If you can't kill a boss, no reason why you can't look like one. Moogle putting the wow in transmogs. Starting off with the shoulders, gotta head over to Ulduar, and you gotta basically get the Cache of Storms. After you kill a certain boss, Valorous Nightsong Mantle, kind of a low drop rate, but worth it. Ulduar's kind of interesting to do anyway. The chest, Tunic of Reformative Runes, Hellfire Citadel. Cormrock is the boss, 13% on the drop rate for the chest, which is kind of hidden behind the cloak. And we have a Worgen showing you Bloodstorm Buckle out of Uldir. Talik is the boss, kind of a low drop rate to get that, but worth the effort. It looks really good on any given leather worker, as long as the colors and patterns match. In legs, Leggings of the Eternal Terror, Hellfire Citadel, Fell Lord Zakun, 16% drop rate. Moving on, we're going to show you a Lady Night Elf, and she's going to show you the feat. Trog Kickers, Loch Modan, Gathering Idols. It's a quest reward, that's Alliance only, I believe. But you could find an easy replacement. The hands, Gloves of the Frozen Glade, Ulduar, Cache of Winter. So a lot of stuff out of Ulduar here. The back, Embersill Cloak, Maradon, various mobs, kill them all, buy it on the auction house. And we have a Tauren showing you the head, Warmongering if you're Alliance, Wild if you are Horde, WoD PvP Vendor, 3 Marks of Honor, and a Tabard, Tabard of the Brew, Duradar, or Dun Moreau. Basically, token redeemer dude gives it to you for 200 tokens, and the weapon, as you can see, straight out of Mythic, Siege of Orgrimmar, 15% drop rate. Did this set a very long time ago. Matter of fact, one of the first Druid sets I ever did. Time for an update, time for an upgrade. Tusk, Shoulder Pad, Zulaman, Dakara, 20% on the drop rate. Going to stick around with the Tauren, who's going to show us the chest. Straight out of Icecrown Citadel, 25-man, Sourfang or Bronzebeard, depending on your faction, 5% on the drop rate. The legs are also from that same tier set, out of Icecrown Citadel. The belt, you're going to have to head over to Throne of Thunder. LFR versions, Wen and Lulin, they both drop it, so it's got a low drop rate, but a couple of bosses drop it. I think also a few mobs drop it. And the legs, Gangrenous Leggings, yes, it's very green because it's very Druid. Icecrown Citadel, normal mode, 25-man, Fester Guts, 17% on the drop rate. Speaking of Druids, here's a Night Elf dude Druid. Zul'Garab, Grillik is the boss, 46% on the drop rate to get Fask's Preserved Boots, which really good pair of boots to get for any transmog, pretty much. That's green. Grasp of the Moonkin, can't get more Druid than that. You can just buy it in Shagrath, BC version, 50 gold, easy to get. Moving on, we got a Lady Worgen showing you the back, which is a quest reward from Krasarang Wilds. The Stone Plow, blah blah blah, it's a quest reward, easy to get. Head, straight out of Hellfire Citadel Mythic, Shadow Lord Iskar, decent drop rate on that. And the weapon, Wild if you're Alliance, Warmongering if you're Horde, 5 Marks of Honor. Alright, newsflash, this is for Alliance only, but the Darkwood Sentinels, basically you're going to get it out of Darkshore, BFA, do the Warfront, do the World Quest, maybe you get the drop. That's how it works, folks. The chest piece, Armor of the Fang, Wailing Caverns, Lord Pythos, 36% on the drop rate, so that's obviously spammable with a decent drop rate, so you got a good chance to get those. Moving on, we're going to show you the belt on a Worgen, and this looks epic on a Worgen, believe it or not. Strand of Welk Shells, Maw of Souls, Waterlog Cache of Ancient Relics. 5% on the drop rate to get the belt. Moving on, the legs are part of the same vanilla set as the chest. Leggings of the Fang, Wailing Caverns. Nirvana's one and only Kurt Cobain is the boss, and we have a 29% drop rate. We have a Lady Tauren showing you the Darkwood Sentinel footpads. That's Alliance only, obviously. Darkshore, do the Warfront, kill the rares. That's the way it works. We show Horde characters so people get ideas. And the hands, Darkwood Sentinel's grips, Darkshore BFA version, of course. Do the Warfront, kill the rares. That's the way it works. Kind of a fair drop rate. And we have a Tauren showing you the back, Dory's Embrace. Shatrath is the place. Garrus, he's a vendor of Splash of Light. Give him 75 gold and he will give you your cloak and head, Valorous Night Song headpiece, Ulduar, Cache of Innovation, 25% on the drop rate, and the weapon, Void Core Staff, Heroic, Hellfire Citadel, 11% drop rate. We're going to start off with the shoulders, Obsidian, Arvorweave, Spalder, Stormwind, Ogremar, Justice Quartermaster, 75 gold. Pick up those shoulders. You get them from the vendor. You can also farm them out of Dragon Soul if you're up to it. The chest piece is straight out of Black Temple Time Walking. As you can see, the boss, it's called the Imp Overseer's Vest. I think it also drops from Antares to Burning Throne. Not 100% sure, though. I'm going to show you Troll with the belt, even though he's Horde. This is Alliance only. Horde 1 is a bit more red, so you have to find a substitute. I show Horde tunes just so people get ideas. Anyway, my PvP vendor, 1 Mark of Honor, super easy to get. The legs, Antares to Burning Throne. Flame Weaver, kind of a low drop rate. Leggings of the Saber Stalkers. The Saber Stalkers, what else would you call it? And we have a Lady Night Elf showing you the feet, Vile Drifter's foot pads, Black Temple Time Walking, Inquisitor Meadow. I think it drops from the Burning Throne as well, not 100% sure. Moving on, the hands, Obsidian, Arborweave, Hand Wrap, Stormwind Ogremar, Justice Quartermaster, 50 gold to buy the hands, or you could farm it out of Dragon Soul, I believe regular mode. Looking pretty cool on a cult here, and I have to say, Julia's Jovial Drape. That works. Terrorguard Sound, Gnomish, Spider, Tank, and basically it's kind of a low drop rate, but kind of worth it. You could find something green or yellow, works just as well. And the weapon, as you can see, out of Uldir. Decent drop rate, Fetid Devourer is the boss. I'm going to head over to Siege of Ogremar to get the shoulders of the Riling Inferno, Suntender Heart, 13% on the drop rate. Mr. Torrent's going to stick around, and he's also going to show us the chest, which is super easy to get. You get it from the Valor Quartermaster for some gold, Stormwind, Ogremar, Shadowbinder, Chest Guard. The legs are also part of that same tier set, so it's 2 very easy pieces to get. We're going to show you the belt, which is straight out of Siege of Ogremar. Galakros is the boss, 13% on the drop rate. So that's what you call a fair drop rate for a piece. Blizzard loves the number 13 and 14 for some reason. The legs, like I said earlier, part of the same tier set as the chest from Cata. But you could also get it from a Cata leatherworker. So you could either buy it or you could get it from a Cata leatherworker, buy it on the auction house also. Feet, Sandals of the Starving Eye. I don't know what that means. Throne of Thunder, LFR. Duramu the Forgotten. What's his name again? Anyway, moving on. The hands, Sid Silent Stranglers. Siege of Ogremar, a very roguelike name. Various mobs, or you basically just got to kill all those mobs. Hope you get it. Got a Lady Worgen showing you the Cloak of Frigid Winds. Great name. Slave Pens. Loon is the boss, and decent drop rate. The head, Wild Gladiator's helm. If you Horde, it would be Warmongering, 3 Marks of Honor, so super easy to pick up. And the weapon is straight out of Ulduar, Ignis the Furnace Master. Green always works for druids, so why not, right? Time-worn Shadowtooth shoulder pads, Isle of Thunder, various mobs, or you can just step up, buy it on the auction house, so kind of a fair drop rate, so you could always figure it out, grind it out, or buy it, it's up to you. And the chest, Suramar, Mars Hydras drop it, or you can buy it on the auction house to get that chest piece. I believe it's also a raid piece. Moving on, we're going to show you the belt, Dragon Maw Emergency Strap, which is straight out of Siege of Ogremar LFR. Galakros is the boss, 13% on the drop rate. And the legs are straight out of the Emerald Nightmare. Ursoc is the boss, 12% on the drop rate, so I think you could also get the chest out of Emerald Nightmare. And the legs, or should I say the boots, we just did the legs, got a Lady Worgen showing us out of Isle of Thunder, various mobs, or buy it on the auction house. Time-worn Shadowtooth boots, kind of a fair drop rate to get the boots. And the hands, time-worn. So the hands, the boots, and the shoulders, all part of a reproduced set from some old rage from BC or Vanilla, not sure which. I believe BC. The back, Drape of Smoldering Dreams, Hyjal, so not that difficult to get on that quest reward. Hellfire Citadel Mythic Shadow Lord Iskar drops the headpiece, 14% on the drop rate. Looking epic on a Tauren, have to say. And the weapon, Mythic Hellfire Citadel. If you're still listening up and until now, I want to say thank you for watching, and I'll close out by saying what I always say: whatever it is by you, whether it is morning, afternoon, or night, make your day epic.